Okay, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to take a moment and uh, let me introduce. My name's Tenacious Earl. If you were on the channel earlier here on Tabletop Baseball Plus, you would have seen game 126 of the Phillies Super-Advanced Replay. Played game 127, which rounded out the Washington series, and it was kind of the flip of game one of the series, so in this one, Washington put up an 11 spot on the Phillies in the sixth inning, chasing Jamie Moyer and getting the better of them 12-2. So I just thought this would be a good chance to go through the standings, the stats. I will say that there is a report in Stratomatic PC that I wish I would have printed before I did this, because it puts together a nice little comparison of actual versus reported or replay stats, but we will just have to go with what we have here. So, as you can see right now, Florida 71-57. They are at least, I'm going to say they're at least 6 games better than their pace in 2008. So they have been playing extremely well at home. Not bad on the road either, but now the Phillies have won more games at home than the Marlins have, as far as a greater winning percentage. But yeah, so that's where it stands. The Phillies are 2.5 back right now, so that loss hurt them. They didn't keep pace with the Marlins, who had won in that game day, and the Braves also lost. They were actually in a tie with Florida before the game day, August 21st. So, and you can see the Mets are just 2.5 back of the Phillies too. So some powerful teams in the NL here, as you can see. So you've got 4 teams all above 500 NL East. You got 3 teams above. I mean, which would be average, you would say, in the NL Central. Milwaukee's leading there. The Cubs at 70. So if you look at this, the Phillies being at 68, they're actually, let's see down here, they're actually not in a wild card position at the moment. So you have, and I have to go back and check how they did the wild card back in these days. If it might have been a 3-game series, but so you can see now the Phillies have the Dodgers coming up, so the Dodgers not an easy matchup for them. You could see them lose a little bit of ground on Florida, so we'll have to see. But the Dodgers 73-54. Let's see. They have the best record in the National League right now. Just a half a game ahead of Milwaukee based on losses. So, and again, you've got Arizona there. You got the NL West is a little under, while the NL East is a little over. If anybody's interested in the AL, Boston running away with the AL East. I mean, the Yankees are 5 back, so they're within striking distance. But, and in real life, we've seen bigger gaps closed. But Boston out there with 83 wins, best record in the bigs. They are just rocking away with 30 some odd games to go. They could hit 100, and they're going to hit over 100, I'm sure, as far as wins. So Tampa makes the playoffs in the real 2008. Do they make it here? I guess we will have to see. Now, as of right now, the White Sox leading the AL Central, the Angels AL West. So you have Texas and Cleveland both below Tampa, so in the standings. So in theory, Tampa would at the moment be in the playoff position, I believe. Well, you know what? Maybe back then you only had one. You may have only had one wild card team. I have to go check. I don't recall right off the top of my head, because the wild card. Well, let's take a look. Let's go to baseball ref. Just a short, what do you want to call it? Aside here. Let's take a look and see seasons. All seasons. (2008) National League. So, yeah, you only have one wild card team. So if someone has commented that, I'm not looking at the comments in the moment, and so the Brew Crew were the ones who ended up being, and so you had. Well, see, so this centers most. Wait, does it? Where's the wild card game? Oh, there's no wild card game. So you have the Brewers playing the Phillies, and then the Cubs playing the Dodgers. Let's see. That's because the Cubs had the best record in the National League, but they couldn't play their own division team. So that's why the Brewers played second place Philly. Now let's see. Let's take a look at the AL. So Tampa wins the division. Boston finishes at 95 wins. So and then the White Sox and the Angels. So those two divisions look like they're going to finish right. But you got Boston running away with it in a way. So we'll see if they are able to come back to earth or not. Oh, wrong window. So let's go to let's take a look at Philadelphia's statistics momentarily. So TJ Bone, Brad Harmon, not really, they wouldn't be qualifying as far as having a batting average. But then you have so Chase Utley is of the regular starters, best average at 293 at the moment. He has 26 home runs. Shane Victorino at 285, Chris Coast 273. So most doubles, that's Utley 37 for the Phillies. Most home runs, Ryan Howard at 39. He's actually leading the National League. He's 3 ahead of Adam Dunn, who has been traded from Cincy to the Diamondbacks. Pat Burrell at 33. So as you can see here, we go down the list. Ryan Howard at 249 average. Let's do this. So as far as batting averages go, Howard 251 is pretty close. 293 for Utley. He was at 292 in real life. Victorino a 293 average. And in ours, he is at 285, so he's got a little room to improve. Pat the Bat 250 average he is already at his home run mark, 33. So he has overperformed as far as that goes, 256. So a little edging a little above. Jason Worth 24 home runs, 273. So 16 with a 263, so pretty close. Yeah, so Utley 26 home runs in this. In real life, he had 33. So we're doing pretty close. Pitching wise, Lidge had 41 saves. Let's start with that aspect. Now he's got 3 blown saves. He's at 30 saves in this. What did I say? 41. So he's pretty much on par with where he would be. He did blow a couple, which he didn't do in real life. You've got Hamels 12-7, 2.68 ERA. Hamels in real life 14-10. So let's see. What was that? What did I say? 12-7, 14-10. He's probably going to come pretty close. 3.09 ERA in real life, so he's a little better. Moyer was second with a 3.71. I keep hitting, let's see, 3.71. Moyer, 4.78, 11-11, so he has not had the luck go his way as much. Myers, 4.55 with a 10-13 record. Myers, 4.46, 10-7, so he's actually winning percentage-wise better, but not quite getting there as far as ERA goes. I'd say generally speaking, the Phillies were. Let's go to team pitching totals. See where they stack up. The Phillies ERA 4.23. They are, and this is the whole. We could do National League only, and that will put them right in the middle of the pack. 4.23 ERA for a team. They are about 8th. So let's see. In statistic-wise, for pitching, where were they in real life? Let's sort it by ERA. The Phillies 3.88. So their bullpen has probably been, and Moyer have been the biggest letdowns. They were 4th in ERA, so their pitching has not done quite as well. Batting wise, let's see. Let's go with power, which is what they're known for. They led the league with 214. Let's go to team batting totals, and let's just do NL update. And when we look at home runs, the Phillies are at 163, and so this is interesting. Florida at 174. And so they were actually second to the Phillies. That they are surprisingly, they've done pretty well as far as the home runs go in this as well. I guess I forgot that they hit for so much power, but they've got guys like Dan Uggla on there, Hanley Ramirez, Jorge Cantu, if I recall correctly. Some guys who can put some pop in it. So let's finally do the league leaders, just to kind of give you an overview of everything. So let's go with the NL leaders, and we will choose the top. Let's go top 10. So your batting average, Albert Pujols for the Cardinals, Brian Giles. So no Phillies on this list. So Pujols, Giles, Matt Holliday in Colorado, Chipper with Atlanta, and then Molina, Terrio, Ethier. You got bats, runs, Utley in 4th in runs. So let's see. Jose Reyes leading with hits, doubles. You got Utley in 8th place, Tejada and Berkman. For Houston kicking in a lot of doubles, triples. Reyes, Drew, Shane Victorino with 9. So in 4th place, then you've got your home runs. There you go, Ryan Howard ahead of Adam Dunn, who again is played for 2 different teams. Pujols at 34, Burrell at 33, Ludwig. And then Delgado, Hanley, Ramirez hitting some. Interesting that they don't have more than one there in the top 10, but they obviously have a bunch of guys who are in double digits probably. So Prince Fielder, David Wright, and is that Adrian Gonzalez there? I guess that probably is. Runs batted in, Howard and Gonzalez tied at 92. So Howard's not going to be in any discussion for Triple Crown, but he might get 2 of the 3 legs. Walks, it's surprising. Burrell, I feel like, is a guy who would be up there on this list too, but he's not so much. Utley hit 26 pitches so far. I wonder how that correlates to life. That's an interesting. Whoops. My Kindle here is lagging, so. And in the process of lagging, it has. All right, so let's give it a second here to kind of mellow out. All right. Okay. It does look like Pujols was the league leader in hitting back in, or maybe he was the MVP. So let's see. Utley was hit by pitches 27 times. And what is he in this? 26 already? So he's gotten plunked his fair share. Where was that? Down here. Well, I guess my signal must have gone out for a while. I apologize for that. I'm not going to go back through. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe I should just accept that as being. I didn't necessarily need to go through this with the fact that it went awry. Fortunately, it hasn't gone awry in very many game videos. Back in Delaware, Strat Delaware is back. We are. I mean, I guess I can speak for everybody, but I'm pretty good. I had the lights down here to try and keep the glow off of the screen, or the screen was just being a little bit on the fritz. But I don't know how much of that I showed. If it's, I'll go back and watch it. If it's not very good, I'll probably just delete the video. So, but suffice it to say, I think we got the standings, and we probably got some of the stats. Pujols batting average leader, Howard home run leader, and tied for runs batted in lead. That's kind of what it's at. Phillies are a little bit. Cool. That's good. I bet you it is, because he had some. He had some dingers in not that much. He just came up towards the end of the season, so it's probably looks like a loaded card in a way. But I was going to say the takeaway from this, I think, is that the Phillies pitching has not been up to snuff as much. I think they were 4th in earned run average, and they've been a little less. Now, I didn't dig into much of the advanced stats, but that being said, this video might not look so good, so I guess we'll just wrap it up here. But got about 9 series left, 10 series left, something like that, and they got to face the Dodgers. So if they can get through this and get a couple games out of the Dodgers, that would be a real help for them. But we'll see what happens. So, all right, thanks a lot. I'm gonna roll a game off. Stupid phone holder. This thing. There's a reason why you buy the right thing, but fortunately, it looks like it's still working. What was I going to say? Now I can't remember. I was getting ready to sign off, but anyway, thanks a lot. On the flip side, we'll see. Hopefully, the Phillies will be doing well. So, but you never know. If they don't, it's all right too. So, sayonara. Have a good one.